Hey guys, welcome to the ThermoWorks YouTube channel. I'm Jeremy Yoder. I'm here with Matt Groark from Groark Boys Barbecue. By day, he is a school teacher and he moonlights as an incredible barbecue chef. He's been on Next Level Chef and he's done a lot of content on YouTube, TikTok, so you can be sure to follow him there. We're gonna put all that in the description. But today, he's cooking for us pickle-glazed ribs. He's gonna walk us through the process step by step, and we're gonna put the ingredient list in the description below. So if you have any questions, check out that description. And Matt, can you show us how this is done?
Let's do it, man. This has become one of my favorite recipes, my favorite way to do ribs.
Nice.
And what I really love about it, just in terms of the glaze, is that you can do it with pork, you can do it with chicken. I've done wings with this pickle glaze, and it's incredible. So very versatile. You can use it on more than just ribs, but we're focusing on these ribs because I feel like they're best on the ribs. We're gonna start with the glaze first, get that done, knock it out. We're gonna heat it up, cook it down a little bit, get it nice and glazy. You could do this early, set it aside because it's going to get nice and thick as it sits and cools a little bit.
All right.
And we're going to brush those at the end. So the ribs we'll hold on to. Any pickle juice. Hold on here. There we go.
Hercules.
You could use hot pickles. You could use a garlic and herb pickle. You could really use any kind of pickle juice you want, which just allows you to kind of be creative and do your thing. But it's a 2-to-1 recipe, pickle juice to brown sugar. So we're gonna go about a cup of our pickle juice, and then we're gonna add 2 cups of brown sugar. And it's gonna seem like a lot.
It does seem like a lot.
Sugar.
Emphasis on glaze.
Yeah, it is a glaze. We're gonna cook this down. It's gonna get nice and thick, and we're gonna end up brushing this on our finished ribs. And that's the key with this. There is so much sugar in this that it's not the kind of glaze that you want to glaze, towards the end of the cook with 20 minutes left. We're not glazing these ribs until they're completely off the smoker.
Gotcha.
We're just going to let this go to a nice little simmer, nothing crazy. We don't want it too aggressive. While it's doing that, we'll go ahead, zhuzh this thing up with some seasoning. So pretty basic barbecue spread here.
Yep.
We got some garlic powder, and again, all these measurements will be in the caption. 1/4 teaspoon around, a little bit of onion powder, salt, pepper, right? Very briny. Pickle juice. So we'll go in with the salt and pepper. I love smoked paprika. So it might be a little heavier with that.
Nice color.
Yeah, beautiful color. Then we're gonna go in with some deep flavor, a little bit of molasses.
And if you're using light brown sugar and you want some of that deeper flavor, you can just add more molasses.
A little more molasses will deepen that up. We'll go in with the honey. Now I go a little heavy with the honey, maybe a 1/4 cup, just because of how briny that pickle juice is, right? We're gonna sweeten it up. It's amazing what pickle juice does to cut that sweetness, So we'll go ahead and incorporate all those seasonings. Start to see that steam coming up. That's what we want. So you can see it's starting to really foam up here.
Oh yeah.
Right?
That's gonna be nice.
So we can control the heat. We'll bring it down a little bit more and just let that sit and simmer.
Let me ask you this. What does the pickle juice provide that you couldn't get with just vinegar and salt?
So what's cool about pickle juice is you hear, this is a recipe that I read years and years ago from Michael Simon.
Okay.
In his first barbecue book. It was news to me that Michael Simon actually started as a barbecue guy before he, mainstream chef, Food Network chef. He was barbecue was his love, was his passion. So he has this pickle glaze in his barbecue cookbook, and he just has the brown sugar and the pickle juice. Now pickle juice you see a lot with brining chicken, right? So help flavor it, keep it juicy, tenderize it. I think you're getting a lot of those notes when you do this as a glaze and include all these other ingredients and spices. So you're getting that briny flavor that, I just don't think vinegar is gonna achieve.
Do you think things are kind of leaching out of the cucumber into the juice so you get some of what's inside the cucumber? Like if you have cucumber water, you drink it, it's a different texture on your tongue?
See, this is where you love the science guy who knows a lot more than I do about pickle making and brining and all those things. I think so.
Well, it was obviously good enough to win.
So
I'm excited to try this, genuinely.
Yep. You can see it's starting to thicken a little bit already. It happens pretty quick, and the majority of the thickening is going to happen once we take it off the heat.
For sure.
And it's chilling for a little bit. So, and that's it. That's it for the pickle glaze. We let it sit there for another 5 minutes. We'll take it off, and we'll get to work on these ribs.
Okay, so not complicated. Anybody can do it at home.
Easy.
Yeah. You probably have the ingredients lying around.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah. Probably have all this in your pantry.
Cool.
For sure.
All right. Well, let's get these ribs prepped.
Let's do it.
All right, Matt. What are we going to do to prep these ribs?
All right. So these look really squared off already, right? These St. Louis style. They look pretty good. But we'll just pull these out and we'll double check, make sure that they're good. Now, we do have. Right, these will probably end up getting burned up this side here, so maybe I'll take that first rib off.
Okay.
Square it up a little bit better, right? So we're looking good there. All this stuff, this is all gonna kind of cook down and cook off, so not a whole lot you need. Maybe even I don't like that little bone there, so
I'm with you.
With me here. So we'll not cut the bone, but we'll get rid of that. Now we got them nice and squared. And that's about it. And then comes the $1 million question.
What do you do with the membrane?
What do you do with the membrane?
What are you doing with the membrane?
What do I do with the membrane? So as far as me pulling the membrane, I really depends on how I'm cooking the rack. So my go-to, if I'm smoking them, and I'm gonna smoke them usually 3.5 hours to get them up to like 190, get a nice bite. If I'm doing that, I'm pulling the membrane off.
Okay.
Specifically because the people I'm feeding have been brought up that that's what you do. And
Indoctrinated is the word.
Exactly. Yeah. And I do agree if I'm just smoking them, pulling them off and slicing them.
Yeah.
So in that case, I will pull the membrane. If I'm cooking these over an open fire, or if I'm gonna flash them over the coals at the end, which I'd love to do, I'll smoke them for 3 hours and then get this nice crust on the meat side and flip them, crisp up that membrane, because it actually adds a little bit of texture to me when you cook it over fire. So that's my rule. If I'm just smoking them, taking them off, slicing them, I'll take the membrane off. If not, I will go ahead and keep it on, or even score it, just create little nooks and crannies of texture. Now, my method for pulling the membrane, you can use a paper towel, you can use a fork or a butter knife, all those kind of things. Now, it's a little easier to do when you're doing it with baby backs, but if you bend your rack, it kind of gives you a little head start on that membrane there, you see?
Yep.
So you're able to kind of get a little bit of a pull there. So for the general person at home, they're gonna wanna grab a paper towel, and you might be able to just kind of work your thumb or a finger in there and just kind of get all the way through. Now, would you say spares are much harder to pull the membrane than baby backs?
Yes.
I feel like baby backs, I could pull the membrane in like a nanosecond.
It's a lot easier. But does this recipe work with baby backs?
Yes, and it works even better.
Oh, okay.
But you can see I did get it. I got my hand under here. We can go ahead, pull in one fell swoop, and we're good to go.
Nice.
All right, we got a little bit left here, but that shouldn't be too hard, especially if you use the paper towel.
The paper towel really does make a difference.
Well, in the spare, it's like the membrane's like a triangle.
Right.
So it's just different. It's just a little more difficult to deal with when you're talking about the membrane. Let's get that out of here. All right.
Okay. Now
Take that glove off, clean hand, right? I'm gonna always keep a clean hand. You ever get your seasonings and it's just covered with mustard and seasonings all over your bottle?
Yeah. Do you want me to show you a hack that I learned from
Let's
a
do it.
barbecue
I want to see
competition
it.
guy?
I want to see it.
So one thing you can do to keep your bottle from getting all disgusting and gross, especially if you're using like a mustard binder or something like that, is you take a glove and You just wrap the bottle.
That is...
So you can get it all greasy and dirty and covered in rub or mustard or whatever it is.
A comp guy taught you this.
He did.
I love that.
Yeah. It was Fast Eddie. He was on one of the first ever barbecue shows on TV.
I knew a Fast Eddie in high school.
Yeah? Was he a barbecue competition guy?
He was not.
Oh.
Binder.
Do you want to use a binder?
Yeah, let's use a binder. Again, because the indoctrination aspect of things.
Which is totally fine. Like I always say, the way you like to do it is the right way.
Yep.
So the flavor you like or the amount of rub you like, you don't have to do it exactly our way. We're just showing techniques
100%.
that can hopefully help you get the flavors that you want.
Yep, and mustard is your most popular binder.
For sure.
I think I know a lot of people have used hot sauce. Tends to be a pretty popular binder as well. You're not using a ton. It's a very light coating, and everyone and anyone who does this will tell you you don't taste the mustard.
Correct.
Right? Do you believe that you don't taste the mustard at all, or that the mustard doesn't like impart any kind of flavor?
I think it's so subtle by the time you smoked it and covered it in rub that it just falls into the background.
No one's gonna notice it.
Yeah.
All right, so I also like to, and I've been, the last like month or so, I feel like I've been saying it a lot. Very rarely do I use just one seasoning.
Yeah.
Right? Especially if I'm using pre-done rubs.
Right.
Pre-made rubs. Like Tuffy's here or Heath's. I'm always wanting to layer flavors. So this is Heath's, this is Tuffy's umami rub.
Yep.
So this is my first time using this. I'm pretty excited about it because it looks really good. What is in this? Do you know?
Oh, I don't know
covered
exactly.
with a glove right
Yeah,
now,
you know, that's true. It's the downside. But I think it's probably salt, pepper, MSG, probably some garlic in there.
I think it has some sort of mushroom powder.
There are natural sources of MSG like shiitake mushroom powder or yeast extract and things like that. So I don't know if there's actually MSG or if they're natural versions of it.
Yeah. Well, it looks good. But the point being that I'm not just going to use one seasoning. I'm going to use Tuffy's umami, and then we're also going to go over it with Heath's sweet barbecue rub.
And he just won in Memphis, so I think this is a good choice.
This is a good choice. Anytime I see Heath's rubs, I grab them. I could be at the store and probably not need rubs, but if I see them, I'll go ahead and grab them. And they're pretty much everywhere. So I just love the color of using multiple rubs and seasonings.
This looks really, really nice.
Yeah, looks really
gives
good.
it that mahogany color in the cook.
Yep.
And you're like, oh, I want to eat those ribs.
And then once these are done, after we do smoke them, we're going to get even a deeper color at the very end when we add that glaze and that sheen and shine that you're going to get. I mean, just really, really fun.
You got a problem there. We should clip that.
really fun glaze to do on ribs and makes them look really pretty. All right, so we're running, what's this pit at?
It's currently at just over 300. We can dial it into whatever you want.
So when I'm at home, I rock my ribs at 300 for like 3 hours.
Okay.
And done.
Yeah, we can
no
do that.
wrap, no butter, nothing like that. Plenty of flavor here. So these are ready to go in the pit. We're going 300 for about 3 hours, and these will be done. And then we'll talk about that glaze. The glaze is sitting, it's finished. It's just going to chill. It's going to continue to thicken. It's looking perfect. It's going to be loose, but it's going to continue to thicken a little bit as it cools. And then we'll apply that after we pull the ribs off.
Awesome. So one note on the 300 degrees is if you are cooking at home and you don't have a thermometer that's, say, as accurate, or you're cooking on a different kind of cooker, you may want to adjust that temperature. We're measuring the temperature with a digital ThermoWorks probe at grate level, so we're very certain that we're right at 300. But if you have, say, a pellet grill that has the baffle plate that gives off a lot of radiant heat, you might need to reduce that temperature. So be mindful of your temperatures, make sure you're measuring them accurately. All right, Matt, it's been about 4 hours and 15 minutes. You said you like the look of the ribs. Can we take a peek and see if they're done?
Let's do it.
All right.
I think so. And I believe we're going to be rocking. I mean,
ooh, those look tasty.
Look
Pullback
good.
is good.
Yeah, you do. You see the bone. So let's pull a rack out here.
Starting to break. That's what I like to see.
Nice bend.
Yeah.
But not breaking. and you got a real nice pull on the bones there.
Yeah.
So I think we're right where we want to be.
Oh yeah.
Nice jiggle.
So let's glaze them.
All right, so at this point, you know, typically people will brush barbecue sauce on, put them back in,
Exactly, yeah.
let that sauce set. With this, our glaze, if you can come over here and look, you can even see how much more
like
glazy and thick it looks, right? Yeah, exactly like a syrup. It's like a syrup consistency. So all we're gonna do here is take a little bit of our glaze, and we don't want to really brush, right? Because you don't want to wipe any of that beautiful color away.
So we dab?
So we kind of just give a little dab or a little drip, you know, however you want. And you can see the color that starts coming through from that mahogany brown sugar, the molasses, and you don't need a whole lot of this either, like I think I touched on earlier. A little bit goes a long way, so you don't need to really cake it on as you're doing it either.
Oh yeah.
Give them a flip. We're always going to slice them on the bone side, right? But we
don't be a hero. You can slice on the bone side.
Still want to give that bone side a little love too. All right, let's slice these, see how we did. And then it's nice you always have a little extra on the side if you want to, you know, drizzle a little bit after. Here we go. Oh, what'd I do? Oh, I hit the bone.
Yeah, it's going to be good.
Thoughts? So yeah, that's going to be a nice. This could be a nice rib.
My thoughts are mostly less talking, more eating.
It's accurate. That's a good way to go about it.
And I will say, as these ribs have finished up, we've developed a fan club of folks who are waiting around to try these.
Right out.
So we'll taste these, walk you through them, and then we'll wrap this up. These look incredible. So I noticed that I'm getting some of the smell from the glaze.
Smell the
but
pickle.
It's not overwhelming. It's not overly vinegary. Maybe the pickle juice has just enough vinegar, but not so much that it overwhelms everything else.
Yep. So you can always, once you take these, you can go meat side. Give them another little
pro move,
little drizzle there. So each bite gets a little bit of that pickle. We won't waste time with doing this one just yet. We'll get in and take a bite here.
Right.
So go ahead and pick your fighter. Choose your fighter, as they say. Beautiful color. The glaze makes it pop even more.
Oh yeah.
Certainly no tendernism here. It's not what we want. We don't want the tendernism. We want a nice clean bite.
All
Cheers.
Right. Here we go. You have a gift, my friend.
Mm-hmm. I'm a bad man.
Clean bone underneath, even bite mark. So exceptionally well done, my friend.
Love it, man. Happy to do it.
All right, Matt, thank you so much for showing us these pickle glazed ribs. If people want this recipe and other recipes like it, how can they follow you for more info?
I am on Groark Boys BBQ across all social media platforms, YouTube, Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook, everywhere. Look, it's another tool in the tool belt. You're not going to make your ribs like this every single time you make them, but it's going to be one of the favorite ways you do it.
Yeah,
So.
and as a salt and pepper rib guy, this was a really nice change of pace for me. And I really enjoyed it. Thank you so much.
Appreciate you, brother.
Appreciate you guys watching, and we'll see you next time.